Hello guys, and welcome. It is the ThatSrb2DUDE here today, bringing you yet another Splatoon 2 video, because we are going to be doing a first impressions of the new looking Shellendorf Institute. Here's Shellendorf. This is actually the turf war map. I haven't actually checked out Shellendorf at all. I've actually hadn't exactly had a walk around, but as you can see, there's kind of a couple of things different, especially from how, the first thing that kind of noticed is just all of this area that's kind of different. They kind of switched up, they've made this block not as high as before. The ramp is a lot more smoothed out, and I believe the height of the glass and the floor is actually closer together now. So it just seems like, I guess, these ramps now, they're just not as steep. They're just a little bit more sloped out. The glass seems to be shorter than before, and it feels like they shrunk this map mostly, I guess. But checking out this area, this is definitely another area. They widened this area out. It used to be a much more narrow area, like from here to like here. You used to be able to walk around, but now you have all of this area to walk around, and it's kind of nice to look at. Nothing else really. I guess this block in the middle is actually a little bit taller than before. I've never actually seen, like, I guess the graphics of this, because like usually it's kind of full of ink, but you can see like all the. This looks like a coffin or some sort of, I don't know, or not really like a coffin, but you know what I mean. Anyways, this is like the same area. It's a little bit more wider now, and that's just pretty much it for the turf war side of things. So let's go ahead and check out the other game types for this map. Now, moving on to Splat Zones, things are a little bit different here from, I guess, what I noticed from, like, I guess before the game started, obviously. But this rail is still here. This rail actually goes above or just like above here, and like, instead of I believe the rail used to go under and in, like over in this. But as you can see, there's a grating here, which is a little bit different. I actually want to get back to that area over there just to check this a little bit more. But just looking over to the side, there's a lot more area to move around in. This area has been like widened by quite a bunch. This ramp is so much more different compared to what it was beforehand. It's just a lot more. It's just not as steep as it used to be before. But this area, this grating was not here before, or not what I remember. So this is a little bit different. And just to check, like, under the what's it called? Just to check under the glass right here. This is definitely so much more different than what it was before, because as you can see, it seems like in this mode that the glass is actually a little bit closer to the floor in this case too. So that's actually pretty interesting to see. But it does not seem that anything else has really been changed so much, really, other than like all of this area, and like I guess the majority of the areas in the snipe, or not the snipe, but the top left area, if we were to go ahead and check right here again. So pretty interesting stuff just to see, the differences with this map. And I think this is also really interesting now that you can actually go above and beyond here. Like, just looking at that, it kind of makes me think maybe Elita might be pretty cool to, see on this map. So it's pretty cool to see. But that is going to be Splat Zones. Let's move on to tower control. So moving on to tower controls, just to see some differences here. I think this area is actually a little bit different. I don't think I actually had the opportunity to go up there, but I think that's actually no, I think that's always been the same. But this area is a little bit different. It's kind of like a mixture of still between like zones and still somewhat of a mixture between zones. But this is also really interesting to note from what I saw. The middle seems a little bit different. The glass is still pretty small. There's a ramp over here, so that's different too. But just to check, I guess, the tower path and see how it's moving, I definitely do like this, because last time the tower had to go up or up at a really awkward angle. So like if you had fallen, it would be really awkward to actually try and stop this. So definitely a much better tower path. It's just kind of like a straight road now this time, and it is so much better, honestly. Actually getting up here, this wall is actually substantially much smaller too. So, coming back in to defend the tower seems like it's going to be a much easier job, because I remember in the old one, you can kind of just stand up here from the glass area and just kind of just camp everybody from the spawn, especially if you had a long range weapon. So this is definitely going to be really helpful for that and actually trying to get back in and defend. You could probably actually take a different approach with it this time, because I'm pretty sure people could come back out spawn and go from this side to try and defend the tower, and you know, they have all this other leeway to actually try and defend it. So this is so much better. The grating right here has just been extended just a little bit, but other than that, that's basically the differences for tower in this map. So that's actually pretty cool. And you know, we got a couple blocks here and all that. So yeah, that is going to be the difference with the tower. Let's go ahead and move on to Rainmaker. Okay, so moving on to Rainmaker, for whatever reason, it looks a little bit brighter. I mean, it could be because I'm on the other side of the map, I don't know, but here we are with Rainmaker. So this area is a little bit same-ish. This block wasn't here before, so that's different. The top area is a little bit different because of I guess the middle glass area is not split, so that's definitely different. It just seems like the change for this actually. Oh wait, no, let's go over here, because I think this is actually probably the most different part. So we have this rail here. This rail is a little bit shorter than before, but this area here is a lot wider, or as it has always been. Oh, not has it? Well, not how it always has been, but I'm talking. You know what I mean. But just to check, this area is definitely wider. Just to talk about this ramp is you know, kind of different. Defending's gonna be a little bit different too if somebody tends to push onto the left side, because you know, well, not the left side, the right side. Okay, the opposing team. If the opposing team was to push onto the left side, which would be the right side for you, it can be easier to defend if you go up on this ramp and you'll be able to see anything. Just make sure that you don't get shot by, I guess, the Rainmaker shooter or anybody else. I believe that this is kind of the same. You know, the steps, that's pretty much the same. There's nothing really much has changed. The middle is a little bit smaller or closed in. The middle, or the very middle here, this wasn't a thing before. It's kind of like a podium spot. So like, if you could probably do some really fun skits with this, like, hey, I'm in 3rd place, I'm in 1st place, and all that type of random stuff. So I think that's kind of cool that it's kind of like that. So that's definitely different before, because the Rainmaker used to be just actually in the middle. So I don't know if it's gonna be a thing if you pop the Rainmaker, it's gonna paint a lot. I mean, it should, but okay, yeah, never mind. It's definitely gonna be a Rainmaker map where you're gonna want to pop the Rainmaker straight in the middle, because you get a bunch of map control just like this easily too. So that is going to be it for the Rainmaker, or just Rainmaker in general. I don't think there is really much else to talk about it, unless you know, you can go back up from here too. And yeah, the gratings are still there, and I'm gonna go push the Rainmaker right here and move you guys onto Clan Blitz. Okay, so we got the last one for Shellendorf. So this is going to be Shellendorf Clan Blitz. This area is a little bit different. I mean, I think actually we're a little bit further back. So it's kind of, I think we have the zone start. This rail actually goes up just like how zones does as well. So that's a little bit different. The clam, well, not the clam, but the basket is actually in the middle instead of on the right side here. So the placement of the basket in general is actually different. I just want to, I mean, while I'm going through this, I do want to actually pick up a couple clams just to actually, you know, try and test where I can actually throw this. But I believe this area is a little bit different. I mean, I think you can paint this. Actually, no, you can't actually paint this wall anymore. So it looks like you have to actually go on this block if you want to go up and over. So interesting to see that. That's definitely, I definitely like that a lot more, mainly because beforehand, I guess, it was just this wide area and it was just a lot harder to actually get towards the basket. But now, because of this, I think it's a lot quicker for you to actually get the basket because it's not all the way over onto the right side. So kind of nice to see that there's, like, I guess, another option for you to actually do that. And also you can actually kind of use this block to get on this crate and then you go up and over straight away. So I feel like it's just going to be easier just to actually get things done. Now, another thing I do want to test is that if you can actually throw the basket from within the, or throw the power clam into the basket from this area right here. But I mean, it might be a thing where it might be possible. I don't know. I'm gonna have to throw it high enough, maybe. No, I don't think it's actually possible. Like, I think if you're actually, no, I think it actually might be possible. I think what it is that you have to throw the power clam off the roof to be able to get it, but I think he might still be able to throw power clams from this place, so... Yeah, you can still throw power clams from up here, so that's gonna be something that's different. If you're wanting to score, that person that does try to score, they're gonna have to actually rush, and they can't score from the roof like they used to be able to do. So that's something that's actually, you know, different. But apart from that, the middle and everything else, that seems to be a little bit different. This is a little bit different. I don't remember really this from the first version of Shellendorf, I guess. But so I think I'm gonna go ahead and make this its own video, mainly because there's quite a lot to actually get from Shellendorf, and you know, there's actually quite a lot of changes. I don't think Albacore actually has the same amount of changes as this map, so I think I'll leave it at that and say this is what Shellendorf Institute has turned out to be. And yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please, if you did, please like, favorite, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch, both in the description below. Do it for both if you're free and generous. Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below to tell me what you guys think about the new Shellendorf Institute. And also, don't forget to, if you really do like my community and all that, go ahead and consider joining my public Discord server in the description below. So go ahead and talk to myself and talk to my Dude Society community. So with all that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you did, do everything I said and feel obligated to do that. And what's it called? I shall see you guys in another video.